What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the debut album from the band Maiestas, entitled Purgatorium. This is released on Exalted Woe Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Dallas, Texas, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very thrashy, traditional, aggressive style of black metal. Yeah. It's been quite a long and interesting journey for a band like Maestas, but for the short amount of material this band has put out, they really have made a very important impact in Texas black metal. One thing that really intrigued me about Maestas was the fact that this was a band formed by one of the original members of Absu, preferably their guitarist, vocalist, Dave Ward. He played on the Purgatorium Vitriol album, and he was also involved in one of the precursors to Absu, I believe Magus. He played in that band. And within his experiences in playing in black metal and Texas metal stuff, he got involved with the project known as Maiestas. And in 2001, this project put out a demo entitled The Harvesting of Blood. It was only a 2-track demo, but it showcased a world of potential. Fast forward almost a dozen years later, and we got an EP release from the band entitled Prologue. It was a pretty lengthy EP, but you got an idea of what type of a project Maestas was about. Very old school sounding, very traditional, very straight to the point sort of black metal, but Maestas pulled that off very, very nicely. And ever since then, this band has been continuously chugging along, playing live shows, working on music, and fine-tuning their craft. But now we have what I think is pretty much the first official, true, real, genuine release from Maestas in the form of Purgatorium. It's 7 tracks, and it clocks in at around 32 minutes in length, and pretty much, if you've heard this band's past material, you're going to feel right at home listening to this album, because I think Maestas, having been around for quite a while, are finally going to get a chance to show the world what they're all about, and they put out something really, really killer here with Purgatorium. One thing that stands out to me the most about this album is the fact that these guitar riffs and melodies sound so good and so well tuned. I think everything is fantastic. From the opening title track to songs like Pleading For Death and The Conquering, you get some really tight-knit guitar playing going on here. I think it's awesome. I think the riffs are killer. I think the leads sound great. I just think every piece of guitar playing that shows up on this album really makes an impact and makes a difference, and it adds that sort of heaviness and aggression. And that's where I think you get that early sort of Absu influence being spread out and played out throughout this entire record, which I think is done very nicely. But it's done in a way that makes it sound like its own sort of thing. Like, this is Maestas' own style of music here, and I think it's really cool. The bass work on here is good, very natural sounding, very well accomplished, very well played, and definitely something suitable for the melodies and the riffs that you hear throughout this entire record. The drumming is very good too. A lot of natural sounds going on throughout this record, especially for some of the lengthy tracks that do appear on this album. Once again, going to songs like the title track, Path of Destruction, which is another really killer track, and Relentless Attack. Seriously top-notch drum work on here, very well played. And I think the vocals are very awesome too. I love his vocal delivery, his vocal style, his ability to invoke emotion in the listener, and that's what I think is being done here done very well here. I think the vocals are very awesome, the lyrics are strong, and I definitely think there's a lot of great storytelling being woven throughout this entire record. So overall, if you're into Texas black metal, if you're into early Absu or even the predated stuff like Magus or Dolmen, you'll find something to enjoy with this Maestas full length, which is a really, really killer debut album, and I'm very happy that this is finally being made available for everyone to listen to. So yeah, if I had to think of any personal favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Purgatorium, Pleading For Death, and his Ancient Throne, which I believe is a tribute song to, I believe, one of the, to the person who was involved in this project previously. I believe his name is Stephen Friedman, Divas Necro, who unfortunately passed away, and that song is a dedication and tribute to him, which I think is very, very classy. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you some links in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will leave you to a link to some select tracks off of this album that are currently streaming on YouTube right now, and I will also leave you a link to where you can purchase a physical copy. As you can see, it's available on a Pro CDR with the track listing, artwork, booklet with lyrics, band member photos in question. Very good quality stuff. I don't know the limitation on this CD, but I think this is a pretty limited CD. But if you get it, I would highly recommend that you get this any way you're able to. So again, the album is Purgatorium by Maiestas. This is released on Exalted Woe Records. Go check this one out. And for a score, I'm feeling a very solid 8.5 out of 10 for this one. Very impressive debut full length, and I am looking forward to seeing Maiestas continue to grow and get more become more dominant. A more dominant force in Texas black metal. So, if you happen to have heard this album, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it. Or any of you guys into Maiestas, definitely let me know. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until next time, runnerjma out.